Hello everybody, it's Dilek with Nokta Detectors. I hope you guys are all doing fine. Today I want to give you some updates and share some news with you. First thing I want to talk about the legend. I don't know like if I should be calling the new version, but the basically the updated legend. So as some of you may know, we're going to be making some changes on the legend. Actually, we started doing that already because we're in production with this right now, on the legend to make it even, better, lighter, and just a better machine overall. So, the legend right now, the units we're producing as of today are going to come with an LG30 coil instead of the LG28 coil. So instead of the 11-inch coil, the stock coil on the legends we're producing now will be the LG30 coil. Okay? And we are changing the upper shaft. The lower shaft is already carbon fiber. We're changing the upper shaft to carbon fiber as well. And the last change is the armrest. This armrest, actually, this new design sleek armrest, is actually going to be used on the new generation SIMPLEX. And that's what it was designed for. But because we really liked it so much, the sleek design and the weight, we decided to actually use this also on the legends. So now all the legends, okay, so I want everybody to understand this very clearly, okay? All the legends that are in production at the factory are going to have these changes, okay? But it's going to take some time for these new units to arrive in different countries, in, different distributors or dealers around the world. So please keep in mind that, this is not going to be available in a few days. Okay, because it will start shipping from our factory this week, but it will take time for it to reach to different distributors and different dealers. And don't also forget that dealers out there may have the older version. I don't want to say older, but the X version. Which is fine, and we're actually giving them the option to, sell it at a discounted price because, we actually made a price increase on the legend, as we said we would, because the promotion was over as of April 1st. But those units, you can actually still purchase and then update the parts. Now, how are you going to do that? For the current legend users, because we know that, as a manufacturer, when we give an update, I'm not talking about a software update, but when we change something in the hardware or in the design, whatever it does, make the current users upset. So we're aware of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to be offering these new parts to the current legend users at a discounted price, okay? So this upper shaft with this new armrest, okay, will be discounted for the current legend users only, okay? So when you want to buy these as a set, you will need to give your serial number of your detector to the dealer. And let me tell you, normally these two would cost around, I believe, somewhere around, I'm going to say this in US dollars, somewhere around 65 US dollars right now. we're gonna offer it to the current users at $39.95. Okay, so the current Legend users will be able to get the shaft and the new armrest, for $39.95. That's number one. Number two, now, if you want to have the LG30, let's say you don't have the LG30 and you also want to have this coil, then you're just going to buy this coil, and this is again for the current Legend users. You're gonna get the shaft and the new armrest free with the coil. Okay, so if you decide to buy the shaft and the armrest only, then you're gonna get it at a discounted price. But if you want to buy the LG30, which is going to be the stock coil on the Legend moving forward. By the way, now some may be wondering, okay, so what's the advantage of this coil? Let me tell you, first of all, it's lighter, and actually it discriminates better. There are already a few videos out there that you can watch. Okay, so it's better at unmasking, and it's better at discrimination. Okay, so if you want to buy the LG30, then you're gonna get the armrest, the new armrest, and the mid shaft, carbon fiber free. Okay, so we're offering this to show our appreciation for our current users, and to actually make them happy, because we do realize that they bought the device months ago, and we didn't have this shaft, we didn't have this armrest, so we don't want them to be upset over this. And then that's why we're trying our best to make our current users happy as well. Okay, now once I'm done with the other announcements, then I'm gonna take a few questions if you have any questions. But overall, now the unit, now it's lighter, and overall it's lighter in weight, but of course now it's even a stronger product, a detector in features. Okay, so now the Legend, which cannot be beaten by any detector today at this price point, and it even competes actually very well with all the overpriced detectors. That's what I call them right now. And now with the new shaft and the coil, and with the lighter weight, and of course with the 1.11 update we gave some weeks ago, now just became better. It was the best, and it just became better. So that's what I wanted to share. Now, on a separate note, now the new SIMPLEX, new generation. By the way, we've been running a promotion on the SIMPLEX WHP, and thank you for everybody out there. We're literally out of stock on our SIMPLEX WHPs. That's how well it was received. Okay, so thank you for that. And the new generation SIMPLEX, we're coming close to the end. It's already in the hands of some testers. And those testers, actually, I'm gonna very soon let them share some videos or some pictures, whatever, with their test units. And we're waiting on some like parts on the unit, and then hopefully then we're gonna start shipping the new generation SIMPLEX as well. I cannot give you an exact date, but it shouldn't take too long. Okay, that's the other thing that I wanted to share with you. Now, number 3, the ACCUPOINT, our new pinpointer that some of you are waiting for. Now, here's the deal on that. It's still in development, but we've advanced a lot, and they're actually testing it, and updating certain stuff. But once we're ready, once the testing is done on our end, and once we're ready, here is what we're planning to do. And don't ask me any details on this because I don't know. I don't know myself. But I'll share those details with you as we, move forward, and as I have more, updates for you. What we're planning to do is we're gonna take a certain number of pinpointers from, the first, let's say, pilot run. Let me call it that way, or like the prototypes. Okay, we're gonna determine, the number of units, and what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna sell those units to the end users at, I don't know the actual discount we're gonna give, but I'm just making this number up. Okay, so let's say at a 40% discount, whatever it is, for you to test it. Use it and test it at the same time. So we're gonna call that the beta version. So some people will buy it at a very a discounted price, test it, give us feedback, and let's say, now I know what you guys are gonna ask. What if there's something wrong with it? If there's something wrong with it, then we're gonna replace it for you, no problem. Okay? If anybody comes up with an issue, and what we're gonna do is, after the issue is fixed, let's say we're gonna once we go into real mass production, we're gonna replace your units. So like we did with the software, we want to try this with the pinpointer because it's small, it's easier, as our first product that we're gonna, beta test. Because, beta testing with the software is very easy, right? Anybody can just download it and give us feedback. But now this involves a lot more. It's like actually, you're going to be basically ordering the product, where we will have to ship it to you, and then we will have to, watch and, follow all those feedbacks and then act upon it. But that's what we're planning to do with the ACCUPOINT, our new Bluetooth pinpointer that's being tested, and that's still in development today. But as we go along, I will give you guys more updates. Now, do you guys have any questions? Because this is all I wanted to share with you. Do you have any questions? Anything about the Legend with the new parts, the future SIMPLEX new generation products, anything. Using the customers as a tester, smart business decision. Can we have a ballpark figure on the price of the Ultra? I really want to keep that as a surprise, if I can, if you excuse me, in other words. I was wondering if there is any other new machine coming out besides the new SIMPLEX and the new pinpointer. Josh, of course we're working on other things, but it's too early to talk about them here on this live. So sorry for that. The Legend is the best of the best. It is. I cannot disagree with that. So the ACCUPOINT will be software upgradable over the internet. No, actually, is it? Now you got me thinking. But I have to check on that. I don't know. My brain just froze. But whatever the update is, even if it's not a software update, whatever it is, even if it's like a mechanical change or hardware change, we'll once we do the change, we're gonna send those people the final version. Okay? And if there's nothing wrong with it, if we go to production as is, then these people will be, the lucky people to have those units, having bought those units at discounted prices, basically. I would love to be a tester. Absolutely agree. Legend is the best machine in any price bracket. Thank you so much, Derek. When did you say the parts would be available? Sorry if I missed it. Matt, we're in production. So when they're going to be available is going to differ for each country. Okay, so you would have to keep in touch with your dealers or distributors and then get the update from them. And this is how it goes for Nokta. So you guys understand, sometimes, you know, like customers write us emails and say, how come it's not in this country? Well, it's not only in our hands, you know, the distributor in that country first has to place an order so we can ship to that country. That's how it goes. You know, we don't just like take products and ship it to countries and determine the quantities. Or no, it doesn't work with that like that. It's not only up to us. It's a you know, combined effort of the distributor and the manufacturer. So if you cannot find something in your country, don't think that we're not shipping to that country. But sometimes, of course, I mean, they may be out of stock and maybe they did place the order, we didn't ship it yet, but whatever. So you understand what I'm trying to say. Will the new SIMPLEX be used for gold prospecting? Josh, no. It won't be used for gold prospecting. I mean, we're not trying to... Listen, guys, we're not trying to change SIMPLEX into something that it's not, okay? What is SIMPLEX? SIMPLEX is a great, like an entry-level price point machine that's also has the performance of a high-end machine. Okay, but that's easy to use. That doesn't have a lot of, you know, like this, like settings to confuse people and all that. So its depth, its performance, its separation, you know, is like a high-end unit, but its price is like an entry-level price point. And we want to keep SIMPLEX, you know, the way it is. But of course, on the Ultra, we did add a lot of settings that the customers were asking for. So the BT Bluetooth, SIMPLEX BT, is going to be replacing the current SIMPLEX. So they're very similar in features, but of course the new SIMPLEX has the lower shaft carbon fiber, it has Bluetooth, blah, blah, blah. It's much lighter in weight. Like, you guys will be really amazed with the weight and the feel of this product. So trust me on that, okay? Let me see. Love my SIMPLEX and Legend. Xterra Pro is a very good machine for the cost. However, ML missed the ship by not sending it with headphones, and the coils are way overpriced. Long story short, we want coil options on the second generation SIMPLEX. On the second generation SIMPLEX, your coil options are gonna be there at launch. So we're gonna have the, of course, the 11-inch, and we're gonna have the 24, which is the 9.5 by 6, like the LG 24, like the SP24. This is gonna be called the SX24, and we're gonna have the larger coil. I think that's it for now. Will the new pinpointer be able to connect through Bluetooth to the Legend? Yes, Scotty, it will. That's the whole purpose of that pinpointer, actually. I assume that the beta ACCUPOINT ordering will be direct from Nokta rather than through or distributor. Correct. If we were to do that through a distributor or a, you know, dealer, it would make things a lot more complicated. And we actually probably, what we're going to do is we're going to determine the number of units per each region, because we want to get it tested in different regions and different countries, you know. So let's say we have, I'm just making this number up, let's say we decided to send out 50 units. I cannot like just send all those 50 units to UK or Germany or whatever. Some has to go to US, some has to go to Europe, some to, you know, like Asia. So we're gonna come up with those quantities. I really appreciate the double frame shell inside both Legend and SIMPLEX for strength. I hope you guys didn't use a single frame for the new SIMPLEX series light. Double frame shell inside. I don't know if I get that. This is one reason I will never put the Equinox underwater. Single frame. I am trying to understand what you mean by single frame. If you can please tell me what you mean. What you mean? Maybe I can help, but I'm sorry, I don't understand like which part you're referring to. Will the new pinpointer have an iron feature? Hi, Dilek. Hi, Laura. Yes, it will. Okay. It will have Ferris, non-Ferris discrimination. 112 legend, please. Oh no, no 112. At least not right now. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I cannot say we're never gonna give an update on the legend anymore. I mean, we're looking into it. We're looking to see what else we can do for the legend, but not now. Okay, we've given so many updates, so many new features and settings. Everybody should, be happy with those for a while. I know, Scotty, I'm loving that. I love my pulse type, but the off and back on of my headphones can be an irritation. Okay, so that was just a comment. Extended length upper carbon. Oh, okay. Chuck, extended length upper carbon shaft. How soon till it's available? I'm glad you asked me this question. That was in my mind and I forgot about this. Actually, we were not planning to have one, but then again, after going to a few events, okay, this was mentioned, especially in the US, by so many people that we decided to offer one. But I don't know whether it's going to be a longer upper shaft or a longer, lower shaft. My team was looking into it and, they were getting some samples and try both out and decide which one would be better. We will have a longer carbon fiber shaft for tall people, but I don't know if that's going to be the upper shaft or the lower shaft at this point. Okay. Let me see, just came in from work. Did I hear that there's an update for the Simplex? No, not for the current Simplex, Dave. I'm sorry. Any other questions? LG30 offer only. Marco, what do you mean by that? LG30 offer only with a question mark. I don't understand it. New Legend X-ray mode. Just kidding. Sounds meant I'll be definitely getting one for sure. Going to give my Legend a good tester this year. Use Nox 800 since they came out. Got Legend. I don't know. There are some typos. I couldn't make anything out of it. Finding things that I have not found with the Legend Mint machine. The Legend is okay. Thank you so much. I think they're all compliments. I was trying to read it, but any other questions, guys? I think Marco is looking to get the LG30 only. Oh, I mean, Marco, if you're trying to get the LG30 only, you can get the LG30. It's been available for a while now. Without the shaft and yeah, but I don't understand. With the LG30, we're gonna start giving the armrest and the upper shaft free with the LG30. I don't know so why. I mean, if you don't want to get these free items, that's up to you. But to me, it just doesn't make sense. Please make this new Simplex Ultra with multiple single frequencies. No, we're not going to do that. Guys, please now don't, just because my competitor came out with this machine, please don't start requesting these things. Trust me. Simplex, the new generation Simplex, is a very good machine as is, period. There is really no need, okay? My competitor released that machine just to be able to beat the Simplex sales. But trust me, that's why they priced it like that, whatever, okay? So they're trying to compete with us, okay, at this point. And we don't need to add any other frequencies to this detector, guaranteed, okay? I mean, the testers right now who are testing it, okay, they also have my competitor's model too, okay? So believe me, guys, there is nothing to change about the new generation Simplex. It's a great machine. It's going to be a very affordable machine, great machine. And let me tell you this. It has Bluetooth to begin with. And it has a lot of other features, and it's going to be the lightest machine on the market. I mean, when I say lightest, okay, don't get me wrong. I'm talking about like professional units and wire detectors. Now, and forget about its actual weight. When you hold this unit in your hand, you can check with some people who attended Spring Detectable. Check with them. Or who attended the Dick Stock in America, who held the Ultra in their hand. Check with them and see what they say, okay? It just feels so, great. So, like, really good and lightweight. This live is going on and on. I need to finish this live, guys. I'm sorry. Stephen Lynn Patterson, Nokta's competitor copied the technology of the amphibian multi-cruiser to develop their newest unit. No, listen, I mean, they also took our flashlight, vibration, whatever. But for us, this is okay, guys. Okay? We try not to use that word copy, because if there's technology out there, or if there's some features that I utilize as a manufacturer, why shouldn't the other ones do it? You know what I mean? That's how we see it, because, this all benefits the end users. That's how we see it. We never say, oh, they copied us. It's really them who are trying to, put these, I don't even want to, labels on us. So they copied us or this or whatever. For us, technology is out there to be shared, period. Okay? So it benefits the end user. We're all about you guys, so you understand. That have the legend from day one and bought the new coils before any deals. Do we get shafts for free? Roger, I'm so sorry, but that's not really possible, because that would need a lot of checking, and it's just impossible when we work with so many dealers and distributors. But you'll still get the the shaft and the armrest at a discounted price. That's all we can offer. Any other questions, guys? I really need to, finish this live. Do we know what offer old legend users are going to get on the new shaft and couplers? Yes, we do. And I did talk about it. So you would have to kind of once I finish this live, or let me, for the last time. Okay. Then I'm not taking any other questions. The new parts. Okay. The, upper shaft, carbon fiber, and the new sleek design armrest. These will be offered to the current users at a discounted price. Normally, these two would cost around, I'll say this in dollars, $65. And right now, we're going to offer it at $39.95 to the current Legend users only. And if you decide to buy the LG30 coil, then you just pay for the LG30 coil and you get the armrest and the shaft free with the purchase of the LG30. Okay? And this offer is valid for all our current Legend users to show our appreciation and to make them happy, so they don't get upset that we're changing things and they cannot get advantage of these changes. Okay, I have to go. Love you. Nokta loves you. Nokta Detectors love you. I love you. Thank you so much for listening. And oh, by the way, for those who are in the US, I'll be at the Florida Hunt 9 in Florida, of course. I believe May 5th. Yes, May 5th. So if anybody is going to be there at the Florida Hunt 9, I'll see you guys. Bye-bye. Oh, by the way, I will have the SIMPLEX Ultra there with me at the Florida Hunt as well. So you can also, touch and feel the unit, and it's going to be a working unit. Bye.